A shocking blow from the US to Turkey. A complete nightmare scenario. He predicted that Trump's second term would strain Turkey-US relations. Bilgin stated that Trump's support for Israel would reflect negatively on Turkey. He discussed the effects of Donald Trump's presidency on Turkey-US relations. He said that Trump's pro-Israel policies could create problems for Turkey. He stated that the support given to the PKK-YPG, in particular, would not be cut off. During this period, he stated that new tensions could occur in Turkey-US relations. He noted that Trump's harsh foreign policies could change the balances in the Middle East against Turkey. I had started to discuss the possible effects of Donald Trump becoming president on Turkey and the future of problematic areas between Turkey and the US. I first touched on the topics that seemed like the lesser evil compared to the past with Trump becoming president. The first of these topics was Greece, Cyprus, and the Eastern Mediterranean. The second was Armenia and the Armenian diaspora. The third was the diplomacy of leaders. In today's article, I will touch on the topics that we need to be extremely cautious about with Trump becoming president. One of the reasons I left these problematic topics for the end was to see the formation of Trump's staff and to comment on them. Essentially, the most problematic area of the Trump presidency for both Turkey, the Middle East, and the world is his harsh pro-Israel stance and staff. Trump, who recognized occupied Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and the occupied Golan Heights as Israeli territory during his first term as president, also put forward a discourse that even Democrats found insufficiently pro-Israel. During his election campaign, with the Zionist cabinet he established, Trump will not only support Israel, but also pursue a policy that will encourage Israel to become even more radical. Unfortunately, it seems possible that he will advance a process that will further ignite the region from recognizing the West Bank as Israeli territory to a much harsher policy against Iran. Again, the biggest issue between Turkey and the U.S. The U.S. project to support the PKK-YPG and have them establish a state is becoming more problematic in this context, as I have expressed on various platforms. If the massacre and occupation process that started with October 7th had not happened, Trump could have minimized the U.S. support for the PKK-YPG terrorist organizations. He would not have embraced this project of the globalists as much as they did. In fact, this situation was clearly expressed in the Project 2025 report prepared by the Republicans. In fact, during the previous presidency, Trump had tried to withdraw troops from Syria during his first term, but the American establishment did not allow this. However, the process that started with October 7th will also put the PKK-YPG issue in a different place in the eyes of Trump and his team, since the PKK and YPG will be positioned more directly as a proxy element of Israel and will be used by Israel both in its dominance of the Syrian geography and in its operations against Iran and probably Turkey. Support for the PKK and YPG will not be cut off for a while at least. Indeed, Israeli ministers and Netanyahu's son's statements on the theme of Kurds also indicate that the PKK will be used more actively by Israel. In this respect, both Israel's invasions and massacres, the fact that the PKK and YPG will be used and supported in these invasions and massacres, and the policies of antagonizing Iran should be considered as a whole. In other words, these topics may be extremely problematic in terms of Turkey-US relations in the coming years. In fact, not only Trump and the team, but also the Christian Zionist masses, especially the evangelicals, who constitute the voter base of Trump's politics, will demand this from Trump when Trump's unpredictability is added to this. As an additional topic, the situation may become even riskier. Of course, when we think in the long term, as mentioned in the Project 2025 report, it is correct to assume that Trump will not support the Democrats' PKK-YPG project as much as they do. and that his conducting diplomacy with President Erdogan during crisis periods will have a positive effect. But it should be said that the next 1 to 2 years are not very promising in these topics.